Hey everyone, and welcome to JC's Corner, where today we're going to talk about public and international law and loud chewing. To start off the segment today, I would like to ask the question, which is, to everyone who loud chews, why do you think I want to listen and watch you mush up the gunk in your mouth? I don't. If I wanted to watch an animal eat, I would go to the zoo. Let's close the mouths. International laws in place to protect the common interests of states and the people within the states. Thus, international law and the UN state that countries have jurisdiction over the people within the states, therefore meaning that if someone commits an offense within their state, they are able to detain and take legal action to convict the offender. Therefore, if I welcome you into the jurisdiction of my home, stating that I'm the leader of the state, I have specific rules and regulations and or manners and etiquette of how I would like you to act within my home. Now, I'm not saying that when you enter my home, you have to completely change your personality. No. I'm just saying that if you're entering my home, my jurisdiction, and your manners and etiquette are not up to my standard, then I, as the state leader, who is in charge of the jurisdiction in the state lines and borders, should be able to take legal action against the offender, and therefore detain and convict the annoying loud chewer of this indecency. Now, probably some of you are sitting back and thinking, this person is overreacting. Loud chewing is not a big deal. But in actuality, it is a disorder that falls under the categories of other disorders, such as PTSD, schizophrenia, OCD. But my deal with misophonia is that I don't believe that it should be categorized underneath larger disorders. I feel like misophonia needs to have its own category with its own symptoms and its own ways to diagnose and cope with having misophonia. So then my problem with this is that schizophrenia, PTSD, and OCD, in court, it's easy to plead not criminally responsible. This is because with schizophrenia, PTSD, and OCD, they have their own categories in the Mental Health Act. People are aware that they are real disorders, that they have symptoms, that there are consequences, and prescriptions to help people cope with their disorder. An example would be the case where Vince Lee was on a Greyhound bus to Winnipeg, cut off a man's head, and then proceeded to eat him. In court, the judge stated that Vince Lee was not criminally responsible due to his schizophrenic outbreak. So I'm basically stating that people who have misophonia should be able to plead not criminally responsible because it is a disorder, because it has real symptoms and real consequences, and it is hard to cope with misophonia because your day can become completely disrupted due to the fact that you are unable to be in a social context because of all of the triggering sounds.